But that first game, like it is what it is. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but like, did you?
Let's do it again.
Were you excited to kind of put it to?
What? I was like, we got this.
You're
Yeah.
like, yo, Hall of Fame. Here we come.
Your first pass was a touchdown.
That's this easy out here? This is the NFL?
Your first throw was a touchdown, yeah?
No. That was I think that was like maybe the third or fourth. The one to Kendall?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the third or fourth. My first throw, I'll never forget, was roll pass. Under center roll pass to the right. And
We just run to the left, by the way.
it was to the back was like the first read. And you're nervous. It's your first game playing in the NFL. I was going number one the whole way, and I threw it to Bishop, and he got smoked by Levante David. I was like, sick. Good start. Good start.
Yeah,
Good start. We rolled them, man.
Oh,
and then
dude.
literally halfway through that year, Wizenhunt's gone.
Yeah.
And then your boy took the reins.
Oh, Malarkey?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
Do you want to talk about it?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
So
Now, before we start, Malarkey's the one that you did not like, right?
I am on record saying I despised Mike Malarkey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on record.
Is that the one where you had the C patch and got it taken away?
They got it. Actually, well, that's something you and I should iron out. They took my C and gave it to you. That's pretty crazy, right?
I also owe you a lot of fine money too.
That was what's that?
I said I also owe you a lot of fine money too.
No. I loved doing that. That was like my favorite thing in the world was bucking up for 8.
Hey, that's funny. Your C got taken
so
away, and then
Mike
Marcus
Malarkey-
gets it the next
See, I
day.
didn't even realize that's what it was. I was like,
of course you did.
they're like, hey, here's just you got a C patch. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So we played Houston. Let me relive this for a second. Will. We played Houston. We get donkey stomped in Houston. And on the way home, I think before the wheels even touched, we're like, Ken's out of here. The next day, news breaks, Ken Wizenhunt's out, Mike Malarkey stepping as interim head coach. No, I'm sitting at home, and Mike Malarkey texts me, and he's like, hey, come see me in my office tomorrow. And I was like, all right. And
His first day there.
This is like the night of the news breaking of Ken. This is like, so it's Monday. Tuesday, I walk in his office, and I literally made the joke. Taking my C away? And he goes, yeah, we're going to take your C away. Here's the deal.
Was Malarkey there with Wizenhunt?
Malarkey was the tight ends coach.
Okay, all right.
Tight ends coach, which Malarkey as a tight ends coach, all-time guy. Like he had a good vibe about him, was like one of the boys type of thing. He got that crown placed on his head and a whole lot of things changed. A whole lot of things changed.
His first order of business?
His first order of business. And you know what his reasoning was? His reasoning, he goes to me, he goes, hey, listen, like, obviously the team's not doing very well right now. You're a young guy, and this is a lot to be like putting on you to have a C on your chest. So like, we're gonna take it. We'll let you focus on being you and give it to somebody older. Then they called Marcus, who's a year younger than me.
I don't even think that was me though. I don't think they gave it to me. I don't remember having this.
Marcus, there's only 4 captains, and they took mine off and they gave one to you. Like, where do you think that C came from?
How were you playing at this time?
I was playing all right. I think my rookie year was better. I played better my rookie year than I did my second, but I wasn't.
Were you a distraction in the locker room?
No, I don't think so. I mean, was I?
No.
I was more of a distraction playing.
He was a distraction in the huddle.
Yes.
Delaney used to be like, Taylor, get over here. Taylor would be over there talking to who knows who, and we're like 30 seconds on the play clock. And I'm over there trying to call the play, and I'm like, where's Taylor? And Delaney's like, Taylor, get your ass over here.
A lot of shit talking. He was over there kind of spouting.
I'm like, he doesn't really need to know the play. Like, Ben's going to tell him what to do anyway.
Ben kind of just would say one thing and be like, all right, we got it. We had a nice operation. But yeah, he took the C. I totally forgot that he gave it to you. And it literally didn't register. This is how dumb I am. It didn't register until like 3 weeks later. That like, oh, he told me he was going to give somebody older. And then he gave it to a guy that's a year, like in his rookie season.
Yeah, that's tough.
That was tough. But I do think I got to see. I think a reason why I got to see was Ken knew he was on the chopping block, and I was his first round pick, the year prior.
Got you.
And so there was like, I think it was a politic game for him because even some of the older guys were like, "What do you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Come on, man."
But Marcus is that Malarkey's one of his boys.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, I mean, Mike's been good to me, so I can't talk trash about him. I mean, there's. Yeah,
I thought we were aligned, Marcus.
I'm not gonna.
It's just as good.
I'm gonna play the
disagreement.
politically neutral game here. And
That's
just
smart.
Kinda,
That is smart. But we beat the Saints in overtime.
we did.
Right after that, and didn't
That
win
was-
another one.
I threw The luckiest touchdown of my life.
To Delaney.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to throw it away. They brought Fire Zone. I'm a rookie. Protections is just like whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I'll figure it out later. And they basically brought four to the side, and I was hot. And I was just like, I'm just going to try to throw it away. And I threw it in the direction of Delaney, who was running a sail route. When I threw it, I was like, I didn't put enough on that. And then I'm like watching the ball, and I see Delaney start to track it. And then Jarius Byrd, I think it was Jarius Byrd. Played at Oregon, by the way.
Stud.
Dude,
Missouri
he hits
boy.
it up in the air. Delaney catches it, scores like a 60-yard touchdown. I was like, wow.
Isn't the Saints like still the Saints too?
Yeah. I mean, Drew was there.
Yeah.
Didn't the field goal go off the upright to go into overtime?
For us or them?
Them. Like, they missed
I can't
it.
remember.
I got it.
What was it? It was Fasano or Stevens who won the
Fasano.
Fasano. Yeah, 15 was a tough year. It was a tough year, but you're just getting your feet wet.
I was swimming.
Yeah,
I was just trying to tread water.
You made it through that whole season?
Did not.
Damn.
I did not at all when I was in Tennessee.
But 15, like our offensive line. Ben wasn't there yet.
Ben wasn't there.
It was me, Chance,
Andy Gaelic,
but it was Schwenke before.
Schwenke
And he ended up getting hurt
broke
against
his
the
ankle.
Dolphins. And then kind of a revolving door at right guard and right tackle. So you didn't have a whole lot of protection. And the offense we were running was insane for an offensive line that wasn't seasoned.
I have a funny story about that. So quarterback wristband, right? No, I never wore one. We were no huddle here. I was like no huddle in high school. So, first game they gave me one. We did fine. Second game we're playing up in Cleveland, and the numbers for the wristband are 1 through whatever. I think there was like 80, 90, 100, maybe 100 plays or whatever. And I took a sack. It was like 2 minute, and our 2 minute menu with Wiz was 1 through 10. So he's yelling 4, 4, 4. So I'm like getting everybody in the huddle. I'm going off wristband 4. Well, the first like 5 plays of the wristband are usually like specials or like, trick plays. So I don't know. It's like with like minute and 10 seconds left before half. And I call this play, and it's a reverse to Harry Douglas. And I'm like getting ready to call, and like people are like looking at me like, you sure about this? I'm like, that's what they said, 4. And I'm like, I take the snap, we do the reverse to Harry, we get tackled for like a 5-yard loss or whatever. I come off to the sideline, he goes, what were you doing? Why'd you call? I'm like, you said 4. Like, I'm looking at play 4 on the wristband. He goes, oh, no. We're talking about play 4 on the 2 minute menu. I was like, that's tough, man.
Yeah.
Just a 5-yard loss.
Yeah.
Calling the reverse.
God.
2 minute drill.
Oh, dude.
I think 16, man. I mean, once we got Ben in, it seems like that's when everything kind of changed for our offense.
I would agree.
Talk about your relationship with Ben and how important he was for you at those times. Because I had to grow to love Ben as opposed to like appreciating him for who he was in the beginning.
He was, for me, from the start, was unbelievable.
Mm.
Guy that's played at a high level, knows the ins and outs of protections. My rookie year, like I had to go up there and like make a mic point, and like, which I was fine with, but like I didn't understand like trying to make mic points like in the run game, and like I'm over there like I don't care, like the Will's the mic, who cares,
Yeah.
Let's
We do.
run the play.
But I never understood any of that, and so getting Ben into the team, like he controlled all that, and we were able to like, he taught me a lot about protections. We were able to get like on the same page, and a lot of times in protections I would be like, hey, he's seeing one thing, I'd be like, hey, no, go left, and he would make all the calls, everybody would switch up, and we'd be good. So Ben was heaven sent for me, and I think for all of us, really, like he was just such a glue guy, and thankful that I was able to play with him.
Was it hard going through so many coaching changes?
It wasn't easy. But part of it is, I think, again, it's like I was so naive to it. I was like, nah, man, like I'll make it work. And,
like whoever's in here, whatever play's called.
But looking back on it, like I think on my this will be my 11th season, I've had 9 different play callers.
That is
wild.
Yeah. And I think like looking back on it, like that is kind of crazy. And this was 2018. We had Blaine Gabbert, BG. My guy.
Watch Daddy spin it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just fighting for one more every year.
Every year.
Just be in the
I
training room,
love
he'd be
Blaine,
lacing
too.
them up.
Blaine's awesome.
He's got a great vibe about him.
He does. And I remember we were sitting there one meeting, and he was like, "Yeah, this is my 8th season. This is my 8th different play call." And I was like, "Damn, man, it's crazy. Like I'm on 5, and this is like 4." It's like it's kind of crazy to think about. You know?
Yeah.